Good morning, this is the Biznation Breakfast Club with me, Henry Winter. And first, I don't think anyone could escape the news surrounding the plans for 12 football clubs to break away from their current competitions to form a European Super League, or ESL, which has annoyed pretty much every football fan across the world. The proposal was set to be funded by American banking giant JP Morgan, who had pledged almost $6 billion. Basically, 12 founding clubs, including 6 English sides, were set to jump into the competition, which guaranteed annual payments of between $120 and $340 million, purely for competing. This would be a mix of commercial, match day, broadcasting, and prize-based revenues, guaranteed every single year, since all of these teams would qualify regardless of performance. This would be a huge boost to the incoming finances for the elite clubs, which have suffered over the last year due to the removal of all crowds in sport during the COVID pandemic. Fortunately for football fans and sport, most of the sides, after seeing everyone become apocalyptically cross, have since dropped out of the plans and have run back home with their tails between their legs.
In this endeavor, I've let you down. Again, I'm sorry, and I alone am responsible for the unnecessary negativity brought forward over the past couple of days. It's something I won't forget.
Regardless of the collapse of the proposal, the finances behind the competition were rather interesting. Our resident Spotlight writer, Jamie Ridley-Smith, produced a breakdown in a very interesting article. Head to our website to give it a read. Given that much of the world has had pretty much nothing to do for the past 12 months, it's no surprise that Netflix has greatly benefited from the pandemic. The platform managed to increase its subscriber base to 204 million in total, whilst also increasing prices, which sounds like the perfect business model. Well, as Nelly Furtado once said, and in the case of their 2021 first quarter results, this certainly rang true. New subscriptions fell short of the projected 6 million, as they gained just shy of 4 million in the first quarter, a far cry from the 15.8 million they added in the same period last year. And shares plunged on the news, and with production delays due to COVID, coupled with the success of other platforms like Disney+, the immediate future looks a bit rocky for Netflix. I'm sure most of you have heard of Clubhouse by now, the social network-based app which allows you to listen to interesting people, such as Elon Musk, speak about interesting things. Well, the app has been so successful that a number of other platforms have followed suit by announcing a social audio function, including Twitter, LinkedIn, Spotify, and now Facebook. CEO Mark Zuckerberg has announced a number of new features to his platform, including rooms which will enable the hosting of live audio conversations. And yes, that is pretty much exactly what Clubhouse does. And Clubhouse is feeling the effects of all these copycats springing up. Downloads of the app are down 68% from March to April this year. And finally, a helicopter has flown on Mars. Pretty good headline. NASA successfully flew a helicopter called Ingenuity on Mars on Monday morning, making it the first aircraft to fly on another planet. It flew about a bit for around 40 seconds, and the flight only cost around $80 million, which is very economical. Even though it only lasted 40 seconds, which isn't embarrassing, the flight is being lauded as a breakthrough moment for space travel. That's because the air on Mars is very thin, just 1% of the density on Earth. That means the blades on the helicopter have to spin at more than 2,500 RPM to actually lift off the ground, which is 5 times the speed required on Earth. Well, that's all we have time for this week at the Biznation Breakfast Club. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.